Millicent here. Welcome back to my channel and I hope you're having a very good day today. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some books that have made a huge impact in my life and changed it for what I think is for the better. So to keep this introduction short, get a warm drink, get cozy, and let's get started. So first up on my list is Goodbye Things by Japanese minimalist Fumio Sasaki. Now, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this book on my channel before, but that doesn't mean it doesn't bear repeating. It's an incredible book and I will talk about this book until the end. The book is written from the perspective of Sasaki himself, who was once a maximalist. He mentions in the book about how all of the things that he owned once inhabited more of the space where he lived than he actually did. So he woke up one day and knew that something had to change. After coming to this realization, in the book, he speaks on how he slowly shifted towards a more minimalist lifestyle and how this newfound lifestyle helped him not only change his interactions with the things he owns, but also with the people that he interacts with, as well as the environment around him. Now, I love this book, not because I ever truly was a maximalist, holding on to any and everything, but it did definitely change the way I interact with things and the way I got rid of my things, but in a healthier way. Similar to the well-known Marie Kondo and her concept of keeping things that spark joy and bring us joy, Sasaki's Goodbye Things really helped me in my life. Similarly, to focus on the things that I love, as I mentioned, and really just get rid of the things that I knew I no longer needed. And in return, it's made me a very light traveler. Following on from minimalism and clearing out the things around you, next I have a book that helps you clear out the things in your mind. Michael Singer's The Untethered Soul. A book that makes you feel as though you are at one with the water, life, nature, and existing. A beautifully written book that is definitely very easy to take in. This book came at the perfect time for me. I had just finished university and I had that typical lost feeling. And instead of getting that swift and very rough kick up the arse, telling you that you need to move on to the next thing as fast as possible, I found this book, and this book did the opposite. It encouraged me to, take things slow, be present and focus truly in the moment, rather than frantically search, what do I do next? While I already knew it, this book really helped to reiterate that doing nothing is doing something. And after having taken a much needed break, and sitting down with this book daily with a cup of tea, focusing on the present and truly being in the now, was I then able to sit back and see that the world was bringing me my next big thing, teaching and moving to South Korea. Had I rushed on to the next thing immediately after graduating and not stopping to catch my breath, I definitely think I would have failed to see the direction that life had for me. And for that, and for this book, I'm grateful. And finally, another reason for loving this book is that even though it's quite similar to Eckhart Tolle and his The Power of Now, I find that Michael Singer's The Untethered Soul is definitely an easier read. So if you are one who, gets a bit confused or tongue-tied when reading a book, I definitely think that this one is a lot easier to digest. Easy on the mind and easy on the eyes too. Quick break! I thought I would quickly take the time to say, if you like this video so far and the book recommendations, don't forget to click the like button below, as it really helps me and my channel, and it also helps YouTube to circulate this video and share the power of books with others. So, down below, don't forget to click the like button. Oh, and while you're there, click the subscribe button too. It really goes a long way. Thank you. Now, back to the video. Next up, we have a tiny book that was able to change my life in a large way. We have The Book of Tea by Japanese scholar and art critic Okakura Kakuzo. So this book was written way back in 1906. 1906, guys. So even though the words are well over 100 years old, they still have left a large impact on my life to this day. So I also found this book during university through needing to research for my final project. And while this book did help me with my project and give me a very good grade, I find that it made a large impact in my life as well. The book is split up into different segments, ranging from ikebana, or Japanese flower arrangement, to the chashitsu, which is the Japanese tea room, or chado, which is the Japanese tea ceremony itself. This book helped me in my personal life by truly having me take a step back and really analyze and look at the things that I surround myself with. Similar to Marie Kondo and her Things That Spark Joy, and Fumio Sasaki and his Goodbye Things, or saying goodbye to the things that no longer serve you, Okakura Kakuzo's The Book of Tea really had me look at things in an aesthetic way. For example, things that I deem to be beautiful, and once again, not surrounding myself by the things that I merely like, but things that I love and things that I consider to be beautiful. I recommend this book as a read, not only because it will have you view the small things around you differently, but it would also encourage you to truly think about and reconsider the things that you bring into your space and have you bring in only the things that you truly appreciate. Finally, we have Wabi Sabi by Beth Kempton, a gorgeously written book and an all-round gorgeous book that actually was the final book that I read in the UK on the plane to South Korea, and also during my time experiencing jet lag after arriving. This book, once again coming from a Japanese influence, speaks on the different components that make up the Japanese concept of Wabi Sabi. Now, for those of you who don't know, there are two components within this concept, Wabi and Sabi. First up, Wabi, which can mean a mixture of simple and humble, and mainly focuses on nothing being too loud, distracting, or showy. The second half of the word, Sabi, means a mixture of fleeting, deterioration, tranquil, and my favorite, imperfection. This book really helped to change my life because I'm an introvert and I actually have social anxiety and still experience bouts of social anxiety every now and then. So, growing up introverted with anxiety, I was constantly overthinking people's opinions of me, their thoughts towards me, how I dressed, how I acted, how I behaved, how I spoke, all of the above. It was a lot. However, coming across this concept, it really helped to remind me to focus on the simple, the things that are important, and the mere fact that neither myself nor others are perfect. Therefore, it's important to just be and to just exist. The author, Beth Kempton, speaks on her experience coming into direct contact with this concept, Wabi Sabi, as well as her interactions with Japanese locals and their explanations of the concept. Once again, a beautifully written book that lets you get a little bit closer to the author herself and also kind of go with her on her travels around Japan. She experiences her contact with this concept around the different spaces that she went to in Japan. And once again, I think it's a beautifully written book purely because it's from the Western perspective and explains an Eastern concept with both grace and curiosity. Special note, if you wish to read a little bit more about the concept of Wabi Sabi, I have linked the Wikipedia in this video's description down below. A quick and special mention, the book that I'm currently reading now is A Quiet Mind by Shoukei Matsumoto. A lovely book that speaks on how our minds get easily fogged up by city living, as well as rage towards others. It's a book that I think so far, as I'm not yet finished, is definitely a very calm and easy read. One that focuses on how to calm the mind, focus on the important, creates quiet spaces in our homes, and, you guessed it, maintain a quiet mind. So far, so good. Now, as I mentioned, I have both anxiety and am prone to overthinking. Therefore, I love a good book that focuses on how to calm the mind, provides methods on how to do so, and also takes like a little bit of a spiritual approach. If you've read this book, please let me know in the comments below on what you thought about it and whether it was your cup of tea. And there we have it, the 4 books that changed my life. So in today's video, we covered a little bit about what each of the books are about, how they changed my life, as well as my current read. With that being said, I would love to hear from you all, and I have a question for you all. So please leave a comment below for me and for each other. So the question is, which book changed your life? I really look forward to hearing which books changed your lives. as well as the fact that I'm not one to shy away from a good book. I look forward to all of your recommendations. Once again, if today's video helped you find your next book to read or mention the book that really resonated with you, go ahead, click the like button down below. I would really appreciate it, as it helps me and my channel, and it also helps YouTube to circulate this video for other book lovers. So until now, it has been me, Millicent. I loved sharing my books with you all today, and thank you. Thank you for watching my videos. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye. Now, I love this book, not because I ever truly was a maximalist. Ooh. Someone's beeping their horn outside. Okay, try again. 3.